Welcome back to the channel, folks. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe, share, like, comment. I appreciate it. Gives me that momentum I need to keep going. Maybe incentive too, huh? Okay, today is Fender Beading 101. I'm sure there's some other films up with Fender Beading. I didn't really look around, but I figure might as well show you it. I did the Fender Beading on the back already, and they come out very nice. You want it very smooth all the way around. It'll come out really good. Nothing like new Fender Beading, a new rubber around the tail lights. It just really makes for a nice feature. So we're going to do Fender Beading. Now, I have the bolts all installed, but they're loose. You can see the gap I have all the way around because they are all loosened up, and I just pulled slightly and the fender came away. Now, what I noticed on the rear Fender Beading, I don't know who I bought it from, CIP1 or Jags. I should have bought it from Wolfsburg West, and I didn't, which was a mistake because I got to trim some of the holes on the Fender Beading. It's not a big deal because you'll see me doing it. Let's go ahead and get started on that. It's very easy to do, and here's what you'll need. Of course, Fender Beading, straight edge to open it. You need a 13 millimeter. I have two different size extensions handy, and snips. Okay, actually cut it where it'll open it. Now these come two in a pack, so is what it is. I ain't doing the other side for you. I'm just going to show you one side. So let's untangle them. This looks like a different Fender Beading than the back. Can you see something? It is. This looks a little wider than what was in the back. Let me check the package here a minute, because I have an extra pack. Okay. Let me see something here. Yeah, there's the stuff that I ordered. You can see one's dull and one's shiny. I'm gonna use the shiny. I don't know where this must have came with all the parts that I had with the car. This stuff feels like nice quality. I might use this instead. Wow. Wish I had two more of these. But what I try to do first, as you can see all the different holes through there, is try to take a look and see where they line up the best. Those look about almost the same. Oh. So I'm going to try doing this from the front. Just line up the holes with your bolts. As you can see, the bolts inside of there. It's a pain in the butt a little bit. There we go. And nope, holes aren't even lining up. Let me try the other end just for the heck of it before I start changing stuff around and cutting. And it's going in that way. Okay, just follow it up. Now, some of your holes are not lined up with the bolts. Like, okay, I'm going to run into it right now. I got to pull that away a little bit to get that in there. I'll be tightening this in a minute to hold it in place. Then all you're going to do is have snips handy and cut them to go down on the bolt. But first, I'm going to tighten these in place. Let me grab my ratchet. Okay. So that's going to go in there. Obviously not that far. These can be a little bit of a pain when you're doing them, because they want to go inside. So I reach behind and hold it out with my fingers. You can push from the back and push it back out as you need to, but I'm going to tighten this first one just to start holding it in place. You push that out a little like that and hold it there. I have the bolts out pretty far. That one's sticking out. There we go. Lost my ratchet. Nope. You really got to fuss with them a little bit. There we go. You want to tighten this one down here so it holds it in place. Fill up inside, go to your next one. I gotta pull that out just a hair. Start to tighten it up. You can actually just snug this one in case you have to loosen it. All right, now as you can see, the bolt's right there, and this obviously is not lining up. So we're gonna figure where it is, right there, and snip out a piece. You're kind of just making your own bolt hole for your slot. Okay, so once you have done that, you're gonna push this down in, run it up here, and before you start tightening again, look down in here. See the bolt? And no slot. So I always just take my thumb and put it right there, right in the middle of where the bolt would be. Go like that, and that'll create your slot. It's not a big deal. They don't make nothing like they used to, obviously, so then that's it. You keep running it around, but before we go much further, we want to start tightening these up a little bit. So we're gonna come here. I'm right about here right now. You can tighten that one up. Okay, we're gonna come up. Okay, so you have this, it's falling down inside. You gotta push up a little bit. Let's take it back up. There we go. Just got to be patient with it. Just like that. And then you want to tighten that next bolt up, which is right here. Remember, I have mine out really far so I can pull the fender away, which I recommend you do the same. It's getting there. I'm fighting around the wiring for the parking light and the headlight, so that's why it's taking a little while. If you see it starting to go down a little bit, pull it up a little, because if not, you'll be loosening it all back up again. Okay, that one's getting tight now. All right, so we've already slotted our hole there. You want to check this one. As you can see, of course, it's off. Here's the bolt, and that's where they have the slot cut. Now we're going to go around, just tighten these up. As you're doing it, make sure that you keep this pulled up, it don't fall down inside. So we're going to the next bolt. I'm going to take this off, parking light wire's in the way. That's it. Now, you're going to have some left, obviously, at each side. Now, your running board comes to here. That's what that hole's for. And I'll do a DIY on the running boards. Wow, I got to really wipe a lot of compound off. Oh well. We're going to snip these. So,
right here.
remember, running boards here. You're not going to see this down here. I'm just going to snip it right there. No big deal. Up front, the factory a lot of times had them curl under like that. I'm really not into doing that, to be honest with you, so it's all what you want, but I'm going to just cut it off like that. Look under there. Wasn't grabbing the whole thing. That's how I like them, just flush. So that's it. That's your fender beading. If you look, it's nice and even all the way around. Go up inside, check your fender bolts, make sure they're all tight, and it gives for a cleaner appearance. Always replace it, it's very cheap. If you look from the front of the car now, you have new bumper grommet, new fender beading, new rubber around the turn signal, parking lights. It's a lot, I mean, this stuff's all smudged up and dirty right now. There's compound on the car still, but you get the point. So, okay, that's it. That's Fender Beading 101. There's not a lot to it, but take your time. You may have to do what I did and cut little slots for the bolts. They're not always in a position they should be in. So, thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. Next, I'll probably do the running boards, and we'll go through that. Take care.